Hello, my name is Nicola Banks. I'm a professor in global development at the Global Development Institute. I was recently made professor, which I'm very excited about. And last week, to kind of celebrate that, I launched a picture of myself on LinkedIn with the news that basically said, look where I started. I was an undergraduate student at the University of York and spent every weekend of my degree jumping out of planes. Was president of the parachute club and definitely prioritized that over my studies. So it's been an adventure coming to here, but yeah. So over the past decade or so, I've been, along with other colleagues here at GDI and globally, I've been researching the challenges that development NGOs face in really succeeding in their desire to drive long-term and transformative development, the pursuit of social justice. Last year, we launched One World Together as an emergent social movement that's trying to address some of the challenges that the biggest sector can't address. So we know that the sector does a not great job at getting money on better terms direct to communities. The British public is very generous when it comes to supporting global development, but we give all of our money, nearly 90% of private giving, to the biggest NGOs, and so we're not getting money directly to the communities. Smaller organisations, particularly those rooted in communities, get a fraction of the funding for development. And when they do get funding, it comes with very restricted terms, so they have to spend it in a certain way. That's really challenging on a number of fronts. It means quite often the priorities are not matching what they would choose. They have to fit their projects in line with donor interests. But much more than that, being tied to strict deliverables mean that they can't respond. So if there's a crisis, they can't say, actually, what we need right now is this. They can't they can't meet those crises as they appear. So together with my colleague and great friend Tibwe Wasabo Henry, we decided to launch One World Together to do just that, to get completely flexible funding direct to community organisations that are doing brilliant things within and for their communities. We've designed an affordable and a radically transparent model to support this infrastructure, where concerned global citizens sign up with an annual membership fee that covers One World Together's operational costs, and then makes an affordable monthly contribution to our Solidarity Fund that we deliver direct to our partners, every single penny of that minus the transaction fee. And the crazy thing is, it can be from as little as £1.25 a month. We wholeheartedly believe it's not how much that you give, it's how we give. So One World Together is trying to build this new infrastructure that gets more of people's funds direct to the communities and really enhances what they're doing so brilliantly. I would see One World Together as a culmination not just of the research, but the kind of really exciting times I've had of the past 2 or 3 years really engaging with stakeholders in the sector. There's not a single donor or NGO that is not talking about this massive problem in the aid sector, which is the inequalities, and particularly the financial inequalities between organisations in the north and south. Everyone is trying to do differently. The problem is, and a recent research project of ours showed this, we're not moving fast enough, we're not moving deep enough. And the reality is the existing system is not set out to do this. The existing system is set out to look after the interests of a very risk-averse northern donor and aid infrastructure. So as an academic, and with Tibwe as someone that has many years of experience in the sector, we realised that actually what we need to do is build this new system that works outside of that infrastructure, so we're not restricted and accountable upwards to donors, but actually can use the generosity and the support of the British public, who are willing to get behind something a bit different based on trust and solidarity, and build that trust through a community space that connects our global citizens and our partners. So for me, it's an amazing example of how research can foster real life change. It's an example, I guess, for the first time in my career at least, that we've gone beyond the research to not just use it as a kind of recommendations that can encourage other people to act, but to use it as a door that we can open for everyone to get behind, to really build something that transforms giving for global development. So I'm excited for what we've achieved. I'm super excited for our long-term future and what the world could look like if One World Together can work and make that difference. We are very excited to have designed a model that puts each and every single one of us at the driving seat of kind of global transformation. So if you'd like to come and join our wave of change, please go and take a look up at our website and become a global citizen with us.